In number 1, I'm looking to solve. I want x by itself. Here's my equal sign. So I need to get rid of this 9 and this -4 because that's what's preventing my x from being by itself. I always deal with addition and subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. I get -4x equals 41 minus 9 is 32. X is now being multiplied by -4. So I'm going to divide by -4. Right? X is being multiplied, so I'm dividing. What is x being multiplied by? -4. That's what I'm dividing by. I get x equals a positive divided by negative is a negative. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Number 2. Graph. I'm graphing in slope-intercept form here. So I'm going to start at -3. And now my rise over my run is 1 over 4. So I'm going up 1, right 4. And then I'm just going to sketch this graph. I'm solving. I'm looking to get k by itself. So here's my equal sign. That's what I observe first. I notice on this side I have some distributive property and combining like terms, some multiplication to do. So I'm going to start simplifying on this side. I'm not touching the other side yet because there's nothing over there to simplify. 3 times 4k is 12k. Now here I'm distributing into the parentheses. So 6 times 2, that's 12k. 6 times 1, that's 6. Everything's positive here. I have some like terms. 12k and 12k are like terms. So that's 24k plus 6 equals 54. Now, finally, on the left side, everything is simplified, and I'm going to start trying to get k by itself. I always deal with addition and subtraction first. And now k is being multiplied by 24. I'm going to divide by 24. In number 4, I'm still solving equations here. What I notice is that I now have variables on both sides. I have x's over here, I have x's over here as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is simplify on both sides. So here I have 5x minus 2 plus 1x. My like terms are the two terms with the x. So 5x plus 1x is 6x minus 2 equals 10 plus 8 is 18. I'm going to bring down the 7x first, and then 10 plus 8 is 18. Now, I have variables on both sides. So what do I want to do? I want to get all the variables to one side first. For me, I like to subtract the smaller number of variables. I could do minus 6x here or minus 7x, but I like to subtract the smaller number to leave me with a positive number next to the variable. And in this case, 7 minus 6 is actually 1. So it's 1x. I'm just going to write x. And it turns out I only have one more step to solve, which is to get rid of this plus 18. And I'm done. Now let's say this hadn't been a 1, let's say it had been 7 minus 5, then that would have been a 2x, and I still would have had to divide. But in this case, I'm all done. This one says simplify. Here, notice there is no equal sign. There's no equal sign. So I'm not going to be doing any of this, subtracting from both sides, right? For sure none of that, or dividing on both sides. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to distribute. I'm going to combine like terms, and when I'm done with that, I'm done. Okay, so first distribute. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times -4 is -8. Now I'm distributing -5. So -5 times -2 is positive. Negative times negative is positive. -5 times 1 is -5. And then I'm bringing down this plus 6. Let's combine like terms. I have a term with an x here and a term with an x here. Notice I'm underlining the sign in front. These terms are also like terms. These don't have an x. 2x plus 10x is 12x. -8 minus 5. That's 8 negatives. 5 more negatives. That's a total of 13 negatives. And then 6 positives. So I have 13 negatives, and 6 positives come along and cancel 6 of them. So I'm left with 7 more negatives. Here I'm going to solve and graph. Okay, so first, I have two options here. I could divide by -2 right now. That would be totally fine. Or I could distribute -2 times x, -2 times 2. I would say it's actually a little easier. It ends up being less steps, so just divide by -2 first. So I'm going to do that first. But you could absolutely just distribute in. So when I divide, this was being multiplied by -2. So now that it's not being multiplied, I don't even need the parentheses because that's what the parentheses meant. I just divided by a negative. Look what happens to my sign. Remember, when I divide by a negative, my sign flips. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. And now look, I'm almost done. I just need x by itself. Okay, now when I graph this, I'm going to put 5 right here, 4, and 6. I ask myself, closed or open? In this case, it's closed because it has a line underneath. And shade left or right. This is a greater than sign. This is a greater than sign, right? I know it's not less than because the less than looks like an L. Okay, this is a greater than sign. The mouth is open towards the X. The X is greater than, so I'm going to shade to the right, the direction that's greater than 5. Okay, and that looks like shading the line and the arrow on the end. All right, let's take a look at these numbers. Okay, first I'm going to find the mean. So that one requires a calculator, so I'm going to add them up. 56 plus 23 plus 47 plus 42 plus 39 plus 42. And I'm going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 249 divided by 6. I get 41.5. Now for the rest, I need them in order. So let's start with the smallest number, which is 23. What's next? 39. Then 42. There's another 42. 47 and 56. Perfect. Okay, so the median, I'm looking for the middle number. I'm going to start on either end, move in one, in one, in one, in one. The median's right here. Okay, look, the median's in between two numbers. It's in between 42 and 42. Now, could I do this? Could I do 42 plus 42 divided by 2? Yeah, but you don't need to. The median's 42, right? If I do 42 plus 42, then divide by 2, that's 42 times 2, divide by 2. We know it's going to be 42. That's the middle number. It's in between these two, okay? The mode also happens to be 42 because it occurs twice. The minimum is the smallest number. The maximum is the largest number. The range is the maximum minus the minimum. It's what's that range from the top to the bottom number. So 56 minus 23 is 33. The first quartile is the middle of the bottom half. So here's the bottom half of the numbers. The first quartile is the middle number, this one, 39. Okay, the third quartile is the middle of the top half. So here's the top half of numbers. Here is the middle number. That's the third quartile. And the interquartile range, I'm just going to subtract them. 47 minus 39 is 8. Okay, that's done. Last couple. I want x by itself here. Now listen, this one's a little tricky. We get tripped up sometimes when problems look like this. But this is division. This is addition. We deal with addition and subtraction first. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of this negative 9. Okay? It's being added, but it's negative, right? So in order to get rid of minus 9, I'm going to do plus 9. And the same thing on the other side of the equation. Okay, that leaves me with x over 2 equals negative 4 plus 9. It's the same as 9 minus 4. That's 5. This is x divided by 2, so I'm multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Last one. Match each point with its location on the graph. Look what I'm going to do. 4, negative 5. Look, I can even label them. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the x, this is the y. Okay, so 4, negative 5. 4, negative 5, that's right here. So that's quadrant 4. Negative 2, negative 1. I'm going left 2, down 1. That's quadrant 3. 0, 5. So that means don't go left or right, only go up 5. That's on the y-axis. 2, 9. That's right 2, up 9. That's in quadrant 1. Negative 3, 1. So I'm going left 3, up 1. That's in quadrant 2. And negative 3, 0, that's go left 3, don't go up or down. That's on the x-axis.